Hey everyone, it is Polar and I am back doing episode 4 of my Abandoned Fishing Village. And as you can see by the title, I am adding lights. The topic itself might seem boring, but believe it or not, lights are very useful. If you follow the series before, this level transitions from night to day, and so lighting is and will be important for this level. As you can see here, I am in the Abandoned Fishing Village area. I am adding some lights, and as you can see, Cryengine, how they kind of set up their lighting system. They do have some, a lot of the lights for Cryengine 3 has some effects already implemented, or effects or timing, or however you want to phrase it, which is very useful. It saves a lot of time. You can pretty much put in a light. You can have just a standard light. It illuminates like how it normally would, or you can add some effects to it, like blinking, or kind of like, you know, if you ever been into a dark hallway with fluorescent lighting and you see when the lights are going out how it kind of flickers. You can add something like that to it real quick with Cryengine 3. Also, I've started adding these lights to these buildings. They look like little lanterns. But one cool thing about this light that you may not notice right away is that these lights are destroyable, and once you destroy it, the lantern actually breaks up and it will turn off, obviously. Let's see what else. Also, I'm going to be hanging these lights from these little ropes using the rope tool. And I really don't know if I've talked about Cryengine's 3's rope tool yet, but that is also another awesome tool that Crytek has added into the Cryengine 3. Basically, once again, you might be thinking, oh, you know, a rope tool, you know, ropes are dumb. But actually, this rope tool is extremely useful in numerous situations. For example, like, I don't know if you'll see it in this video, but like, you know, if you have, like, say, a set of power lines, you can use the rope tool. It sets it up nicely between the two power poles. Also, for when I'm using it for this purpose here, which I got the idea from the Eat 3D Cryengine tutorials, so I highly suggest picking those up, by the way. But basically, I'm be hanging these lights from the rope tool. So basically, what you'll do is you will be seeing me hanging these lights, and if you were the player playing in this level and you bumped into this light, the light would sway back and forth as if it was hanging from a cable or a rope, which is kind of a nifty feature, and it is very, very easy to set up in Cryengine 3. It does require some attention to detail, as you will be seeing me here in this video, which is, I think, will last, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, just, you know, detailing the slide out so it looks almost perfect, or as perfect as I can make it. As you can see, it kind of looks like it's hanging from the light source itself. Over the course of the video, you will see me just kind of detail it out so it looks good. But as you can see, you know, you walk to the light hanging from the rope tool. It is completely destroyable. You can break it, you can run into it, you can make it bounce around. Just complete awesomeness with the rope tool. But like I said, I have one more video after this. I did a lot of custom decals, which you'll see in the next video. This part of the level, the Abandoned Fishing Village, is pretty much finished. I've already added all the lighting. I am almost finished with the other area as we speak, as you watch this. So this level is coming to a close. But as you can see here, I am still tweaking this rope. It looks a little off once you first hit it. But you know, that's pretty much level design in any aspect of game development. A lot of the work is in the details. Obviously, also a lot of the work is just knowing how to set it up to begin with, but also a lot of it's detail work. But yeah, see, this is what I'll do is when I set up these lights that are hanging around, for each one, go from different angles, different perspectives, making sure that rope and that light is set up in a way where it looks as close to perfect as you can possibly get it. But you know, like I said, this level will transition from night to day, and lighting is going to be very important. I have various lights set up around the level in various areas. Some are destructible, some are not. I have some set up some different colored lighting. That's an aspect which I don't think a lot of people who mod really understand. I'm not gonna say not understand, but like, you know, like different classes in college and such, and also from just different I guess resources on the internet or wherever you can find it, however you want to phrase it. Lighting and the color of the lighting is very important. It was a technique used, and I use it here in this level to a certain extent, but it was used primarily in films a lot, for like science fiction horror films when color films was first introduced. You would see a lot of different colored lighting in the background and such, to give the sense of eeriness or uneasiness. Usually, like for example, the area would be very dark, but it would be lit with green lighting or red lighting, and it gives the person watching it a sense of uneasiness, of that this isn't normal, but they don't necessarily associate that to the light itself. Here you don't see it as much. You'll see it in a little bit as you see me bouncing back and forth into this light and destroying it again, and for some reason that never gets old to me. But here we go. This is the lighting of, I use green lighting in this area. And if you pay attention to what I'm telling you here, and if you played other games, I'm not going down to a list of games that use this lighting technique, but there are quite a few of them. I use the green lighting. This is the pathway to the abandoned or secret bay area of this level. You can see like an overview in the last video if you haven't watched that yet. But I lit this area green, so as the players walking along this path, the whole path itself is not too terribly lit. So I guess you could say these color lights have two purposes. One, to sort of act like a beacon off in the distance to kind of guide the player, and also, you know, obviously just give it a sense of this isn't necessarily normal because the lights are green. This here is the pathway up to the secret cabin, and I also added these torches here for the lighting, which these torches themselves don't really emit too much light. I might fix that in a little bit. I might give it some sort of color or some sort of lighting in the future. As you can see, this is a work in progress, and I use these torches mainly as a beacon as well to lead up to the secret cabin in both day and night. And as you can see, I have lit the secret cabin area as well with red lighting as opposed to the green lighting as we saw earlier. I also fitted the cabin with some of those destructible lanterns as well. As you can see, I put one here on the side of the cabin, which is destructible. And also, I believe I put one right there up in the front on a rope that you can actually bob, move around, leading to the front of the cabin. And I don't know if I made another video. I put a lot of vegetation in this area as well. Before it was pretty much just, you know, straight texture of grass. I added the vegetation to give it more, I guess, more detail, more depth to the area, as well as the torches. Torches will be there throughout day and night. And before we got here, this is the back side of the fishing village. I believe this is where I use the rope tool. As you see, I had a lot more detail to it, a lot more decals. I also added these barrels, which I also got from the E3D package. These barrels are awesome. Some of the barrels themselves will just have like some water placed on the top of it. Some others have like flies around it with dead fish. I also put a lot of decals of like the blood pools around this area, and I don't have my custom decals in this video. You'll see that in the next video where I set up some custom decals, and just like things scribbled into the wall. I got a lot of that from like Left 4 Dead, you know, like you go through the level and people would scribble stuff on the wall. But yep, there was a barrel with the dead fish in there. And I'm thinking, oh, disgusting. Well, yeah, I guess you could say it's disgusting. It adds a little something to the level. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Almost done with this video. As you can see, this is I'm pretty much finished with the Abandoned Fishing Village aspect of this level. I think I'm going to do one more video with the decals and some other stuff I did, and after that I will do one final video of me kind of just playing through the level. And yep, this level itself is almost finished, and that's the rope tool I was talking about earlier. How you can connect it to the power lines. Yep. So we're going to change the day to night here. Okay, and I'm just going to end it here. Like I said, this is my work in progress for this level. I'm almost done. It's for my portfolio, and you know, just sit back, look at the stuff I've done with the lighting, and we will be back soon. Everyone take care, and hope to see you again real soon.